Alright guys, welcome to day one of the painting challenge. You can see I'm already hard at work on the hippogriff griffin sort of thing that the King Leon will be riding. Still kind of figuring out exactly how I'm going to paint it. Right now I'm just kind of dry brushing all the feathers with a nice base coat. I airbrushed it a nice darker brown, but that turned out, in my opinion, too dark. And so now I'm just kind of fudging over it with nice light coats. We're going to see what I can get out of it. But anyway, it's the first day of the challenge, and today the question to be answered is, what was your first army? I kind of talked about this in the second side quest, but as you can tell, I don't actually mind running my mouth. So my first army was dwarves for Warhammer Fantasy Battle. I had some minis before then, but I didn't really have an army. I bought some of the Lord of the Rings minis from Games Workshop because that's what eventually got me into the miniatures game, well, money sink. And but I bought the Battle for Skull Pass. I think I bought it off of eBay. It was right at the beginning of 7th edition, or right at the end of 7th edition, excuse me. Right before, like 6 months before 8th edition came out. And the local game store, they were trying to get a fantasy league together. They were doing an escalation league, and everybody picked their army, and I picked dwarves. There's a longer story behind all that, but I'm not going to go into it. But picked dwarves. The fantasy league eventually fell apart just because the guys didn't like playing fantasy as much as they liked playing 40K, and I can't fault anybody for not wanting to play something they don't like to play. But still have my dwarves, still kind of put them together, still kind of still at times I buy stuff for them to build up their numbers, and then I start to paint them and realize they will never get played with, and just kind of feel depressed after that point and just put them away. But still like the dwarves, still have a very soft spot for dwarves and dwarvish things. Yeah, that's going to need some tempering. But like them a lot, and still have about 2,000, 3,000 points of dwarves in the shelves. It's a lot of little short guys who like beer. But overall, I'm very glad. I've been heavily anticipating the first of this day to kind of get this guy out of off the primed table and onto the painting table. Actually, I really like this lighter color over all the feathers and the hair. With a couple of other coats underneath it, it makes it all kind of tie together. I may end up dry brushing the wings too. Yeah, why not? It's my own happy little rods and cones, happy little tree over here. It's my painting. I can do what I want. But yeah, we'll wash this. Probably going to wash it with with the Agrax Earthsage Shade / Delvin Mud, the God tier wash from Games Workshop. That always makes everything look much more better. But thinking about all the projects that are going on, I think one of the hardest things to do this May will be to follow as many guys as I want to, guys and girls, as I would like to. Just because there's so many and I have so limited time. Like I've got about 30 minutes before I've got to, actually about 15 minutes before I need to step out of the door to go get the stuff done before I go get my boys from their Father's Morning Out excursion. I've actually hired a sitter for some days during the weekdays to come and just play with the boys for a couple hours while I can go off and do stuff. A lot of that will be actual parenting chores, like going to the store, going and picking stuff up that with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old are more difficult. But some of the time I actually plan on spending up here painting. Because otherwise I'm just not going to have the time to do it. I'm not going to get everything done. And the neighbor's child is actually, she's in college, so that's not really kid age. But she's going to watch the boys for me, earn some pocket money so she can go out with her buddies during the summertime, and I can keep my hobby fix going. Anyway, I haven't pledged to do the level 4 thing, but I will be adding some incidental fluff here in a little bit. I've been writing bad fan fiction, so I will post some of that for people to read and say, yeah, that's definitely bad fan fiction. But at least somebody will have read it. Still a better love story than Twilight, as they say. Anyway, hope you guys' first day is going well. I've managed to sneak a couple peeks at some of the pictures on the group, but I haven't watched anybody's work just yet. Anyway, have a good Monday, or good Friday. Have a good weekend too, if you get a chance to go out and about and have fun. Go see The Age of Ultron, if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not sure when I'll get to go see it again, because it's not only movie tickets and popcorn, it's also 3 hours of babysitting, which for 2 kids runs close to $50–$60 just for the babysitting, on top of the movie prices. But anyway, hope you guys have a good time. Talk at you later.